All right. Well, yeah, my storage capacity on my phone went out just before the start of the last match. This is part two of the Payback pay per view. The last match, as predicted, was pretty sketchy. Uh, Reigns was being booed out of the building. It was a lot of flying forearms and Superman punches. And in about the first 5 minutes or so, a lot of stalling in the first minute or two, like cat and mouse bullshit. Like, oh, I'm gonna trap you in the corner, and AJ gets out. Um, AJ gets the upper hand at some point, and he knocks Roman out to the ring, and he has a flying forearm into Roman onto the announcer's table, and knocks Roman out. Which, of course, Roman is unable to get back up, and AJ can't drag him into the ring because he's supposed to be so big. So the bell rings, and we are still our champion, Roman Reigns, and AJ's pissed. He's stomping around in a tissy. Then Shane O'Mac's music hits, and he comes out and says, "This is BS. Not in my new era. This is going to happen in a championship match. I want this match started over with no time limit." And the match is started again, and the same thing goes on this time. Except AJ still kind of has the upper hand. It's back and forth, but AJ is getting in his licks. And I guess it was played off that Roman did it by accident, but AJ jumped off the ropes, and Roman Reigns power punched him in the ding dong, and so of course that's a disqualification. And of course, again, bell rings, and still our champion, Roman Reigns, but winner by DQ, AJ Styles. So then, of course, Stephanie's music hits to a shower of boos, and she's not going to be shown up by her brother. And so she says, yeah, of course, under my watch is a championship match, not going to end like this. So not only is the match going to be started over again with no time limit, no count out, also no DQ. And right there in my head, I'm like, oh, well, here come all the run-ins. So they get back into it, and now Roman's super pissed off, and he's kind of manhandling AJ, chucking him around the ring a little bit, throws him outside a few times. They did a couple big spots outside the ring, nothing too big to write home about. And then, of course, out come Anderson and Doc, or Gallows. And they hit the ring. I don't know what they did. Maybe it was a finisher move. They each kind of took their licks on Reigns, and that was it. And then they jumped back outside the ring. AJ jumped in. He did something, trying to pin Roman. And, of course, it didn't work. And while those two guys were still standing outside, here came the Usos. And they just scrapped with Anderson and Gallows. They never hit the ring. And while they were in a big scruff, Roman does the running off the ropes, jump over the top rope, took them all out gimmick. And I believe those guys kind of, then eventually, the fighting went back to the ring, but eventually Gallows and Anderson did chase off the Usos. They weren't there very long. The match went on a little bit farther, a little bit longer than that. There was a lot of close pins. A lot of them. There was one point where we thought that was it. I thought AJ was the new champion, but of course he wasn't. And I don't fall for that crap easily. I got to say I marked out a little bit. I would have shocked the shit out of me, but I didn't really predict it. But they went on for about another 2 minutes after that, and of course Roman did eventually get the win. And of course the boos, and there was still no formation of the Bullet Club or recognition of it. AJ didn't really seem pissed they were out there, but he wasn't happy either. Finn Balor, of course, never showed up. He was supposed to supposedly make an appearance. And of course, the big news was that Rollins was supposed to be at the pay-per-view. And that I figured if he was going to be there, he'd get involved in that match. And that didn't happen either, so all these names that were supposed to be there and all these things that were supposed to go down never happened. So we still don't have a Bullet Club or Baylor Club or Bulletproof or whatever the hell they're going to be called. Roman Reigns is still the champion. And at the end of the pay-per-view, the McMahons were all glad handing each other, oh, this was a great pay-per-view. Look what we did. Look what we did. And they already set up for the next pay-per-view, Extreme Rules, of course. Everybody's expecting AJ to get a rematch on Monday, which isn't going to happen because he's going to get his rematch at Extreme Rules. So, in my head, in Extreme Rules, those are what, anything goes pay-per-views. That'll make me think, okay, there's going to be weapons involved. There's going to be run-ins. Maybe AJ goes over there. I don't know. But like I said, I don't expect the WWE to put a rocket on AJ just because of who he is and where it came from. He's not one of their own. Yeah, he might hold a world title here eventually, but I don't see it happening. Not anytime soon. Not in the first year anyway. Maybe at WrestleMania. They're gonna make him eat crow for a little bit. They already jobbed him out to freaking Jericho, for Christ's sake. I know he's lost the Reigns, but he's beaten Reigns too. But I don't know. But other than that, the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens match I got to watch a second time. I was preoccupied during that match. I thought it was a little bit shorter than it was, but actually it was maybe it was 10 minutes long, and it was a lot better because I missed a lot of stuff that I didn't see. Favorite matches might be Sami Zayn and Owens for number one. Might have to be AJ and Reigns. Reigns tried hard. AJ was basically doing the work. Natalya and Charlotte put in a good match, even though I'm pissed at the ending of it. Oh, I never got to see the Ziggler Baron match because I guess that was a pre match. So I don't know. I'm sure that would have been in the top three if I could see it. I'm still a little miffed about that. Instead of there was only 7 or 8 matches. I'll just leave it with the top three. The tag team match ended suddenly. Cass is all right, but he has a concussion. So, like I said, the Vaudevillains, I guess, are moving on to face New Day. The Kalisto Ryback match, there were some spots in it. It was better than the last time I've seen it. I think I've seen that match 12 times now. But I'll just leave it at the top three. It was a decent pay-per-view. Oh, Dean Ambrose and Jericho. Damn, that was a pretty good match. That might replace... that might become... That might... shit. I'm going to go with Zayn Owens 1, Jericho, Ambrose 2, and AJ and Reigns number 3. 4 was Charlotte and Natty. I don't know, I'll give Kalisto and Ryback 5 just because I saw that match. So, other than that, it was a decent pay-per-view. Hope you liked the video. If you like what you see, support this guy. Hit like, leave a comment, subscribe. Travis, I got your message. This was just a spur-of-the-moment thing. My next toy video, I'll do the shout-out. Catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.